Final Factory is a game that beautifully blends factory building with spaceship design and the exploration and exploitation of a procedurally generated universe. You take on the role of an ever-hungry artificial life form dedicated to the expansion of your empire, building huge factories to support the development of massive fleets to help defend you from the hostile enemies that you'll encounter. And with the release of their most recent update, the game is currently 40% off, so there's no better time to check it out than right now. I'll put a link in the description below, and I would also like to say a huge thank you to Final Factory for sponsoring this video. So let's jump into the universe and build an empire worthy of time. So first of all, baby steps. Let's look at factory production. So this is us, an artificial pioneer of the cosmos, and we can harvest all of these asteroids. You can see this is a iron asteroid over here, and we can collect the iron to allow us to process it and build things like our combat ships or working ships and structures for our actual factory. There's also bauxite here, and nearby there should be a silica asteroid such as this one as well, so that we have all the basic resources we need to get started. And we've already triggered the enemies. Nice. Here we have our research tree. We have plenty to get through, but first let's get started on our factory. We're going to need some mining stations so we can automate the harvesting of the ore. We're also going to need plenty of connectors. These are like our conveyor belts. And we'll also need some atomic printers and solar panels. We're now ready to start building our first little factory. And we're going to place down our mining station. And then from here, once we add some mining drones, we'll be able to start harvesting this asteroid for the bauxite. However, for us to build this, we are going to need to build our first ship, which is going to be a construction bot. And there you go, you can see this is built. We're going to do the same again. At the moment we need power, so this is where our trusty solar panels come in. And the power is spread across all connected items. These aren't connected, but we can now send our resources down the line to a printer. And from here, we can then send the items onwards to storage or perhaps to an assembler, which we'll get to shortly. Now, if we hover over the building, you can see we have stability, power, heat, and signal as station info. And we can see that we're only producing 7 kilowatts, though we need 8. So we're going to have to add some more power to this. And so this is all good. There's also heat, which we probably won't need to worry about for this one, and signal, which I'll talk about in a little bit. And there we have our first drone and our second one, and they're automatically going to start harvesting the bauxite, which is now being turned into our low density structures. Before I replicate this build, we're going to also turn this into a larger station, so it's going to be all connected, and we can use struts to connect this to the station core. And that just means it's one whole piece, which if we want later on to create a blueprint out of it, we can, and then it'll be easier to just place these and replicate them as we see fit. And now that this is done, we're just going to add a load of miners to this, and we're going to do this with the other asteroids as well. I've just realized, I was wondering where all of our drones were going, and it occurred to me that they self-destruct after gathering a certain number of ores, which is terribly inefficient manufacturing if you ask me. So we're going to produce some more, but that does mean the next thing that we need to do is to automate the production of mining bots. And for that, we needed to do a little bit of research. So the first thing that I did was clear this area of the enemies. That gave us a small amount of asteroid science. But then it occurred to me that we can create these asteroid research stations. And I've placed a couple just over here. And here we're using these bots to produce the research that we need. So let's get some more research on the go because they've just unlocked ship assembly, allowing us to automate our basic ships. And, ooh, mass drivers, that's new in this update. So let's unlock that. That's actually going to be really useful with the production of ship parts. Looking at our crafting menu here, you can see what we need in order to produce these. We have the 4 AI controller circuits, and we need 2 plasma engine parts for the asteroid research bot, and the miner is much easier with just 5 plasma engine parts. Engine parts are created by the bauxite we can see via the raw resources, so we can quite quickly, with the help of an assembler, turn these, I believe, into, if we look at the intermediates, plasma engines. However, what if we want to produce our spaceship parts? We're going to need to use a ship assembler. This needs to be connected to this system, like so. And from here we can select what needs to be produced, which is the minerbot recipe. And immediately it's starting to produce them. And hopefully, there we go, our first one is going to start mining this asteroid. Obviously, when these asteroids run out of their resources, they are finite, we will have to go out and search for more. But before then, we're going to want to work on some slightly more complicated production lines with multiple resources. And that's where these mass drivers will come in once we have them unlocked. So we have a station here which is going to produce the science bots, but for that they need to have silica. Not silica, these circuit boards. So if we place them like this, can we connect them together? Set destination here, add some more power. Okay, will that work? Aha! Fantastic! So we now have this receiving stacks of circuit boards. So the next thing that we need is to do the same over here with our plasma engines. Ah, there we... Ooh. That was quick. We've run out of power, but we are producing them now. Would you look at that? Oh, that makes so much sense. We need to expand our fleet size first and foremost so that we can start to expand and explore this galaxy. Right, we have now started to automate our military drones, and I've also started to expand our factory as well. So it means we can go and explore. And if we take the rest of these, we're now at full fleet capacity with 69 bats and a single construction drone. And if we check our signal now, you can see it's much larger than it was before. And the signal system works similarly to how pollution works in Factorio. So the more pollution, or the larger the signal that we're generating, the more aggressive the enemy is going to get, and it will send larger waves of enemies to attack us. Let's check out this area first, and this planet, as I'm sure that'll be useful later on. Oh! No particular value.
Planet. The organics here may prove useful in our efforts later on. They hold the power of the darkness within them, blissfully unaware.
Wait. When it says organics, are we going to be harvesting humans for research? This has taken a very dark turn all of a sudden. Let's just fly into them. Actually, we can be shooting as well. We'll just take out all these spawners. What we can do with the planet is, if we do a little bit more research, we can unlock the planetary research station. And this will allow us to somehow draw research from organics. So we're going to be doing some abducting later on, I hope. I feel so evil right now. So after we finish off all of these, we're going to head back and do some research so that we can return. Now that we're back, whilst we wait for the research, I've decided we're going to expand our production. Now this should work, but my only concern here is that we may run out of bauxite. So there's a good chance we'll have to expand the mining side of stuff as well. Oh. So this red thing, it says warning, unstable. This is to do with stability. Now stability has been balanced a bit more to make it easier in the game. Originally it was a little bit more harsh, so you can build bigger space stations now without the need to worry too much about stability, but obviously we have ended up going over the max. So if we were to move these, you can see this is all usable, although we do need more power. But heat is another system that is available in game. It's specifically to do with the larger builds now, from my understanding. Before it affected everything, that's been rebalanced as well. So another little quality of life update in this update. The other thing, if you've already played this, there was a ship reprocessing even, and that has now been removed. So you don't have to do that anymore, which apparently was just an extra hindrance to people. So hopefully you guys like that. We've almost unlocked our planetary science. We just need to unlock this comet catching. And because I have 315 excess research, I can unlock it immediately, getting us that much closer to abducting humans. Well, not humans, but organics. Now, whilst I'm waiting for planetary science to be unlocked, we're just going to do a little bit more exploring, take on all of these. Actually, they're pretty feisty. Perhaps they don't want me to take their organs. I think I'm getting too into the role of this robot. To be fair, they have taken out a few of ours, but we are robots. We can replicate. There is no stopping us. Nice. Right, with that unlocked, I think we should now... Oh, we've done planetary research. Let's get harvesting those organs. So we're back at base, and I'm just looking over all the new buildings that we've unlocked, and I saw this. Command core recipe. It allows us to issue automated movement commands to a station, providing we have rocket adapters, which are these. So you best believe we're going to try and build some of these. So I've started working on it. We have our station core, which is the center, and then we're feeding it power through the Singularity power station. And this can take any resource and turn it into power. So I'm just going to add a container here and feed stuff manually into the generator for now. So if we put those 50 in, we give ourselves some solar power panels. Okay, is that producing power? Oh, it is. That is a lot of power. Stop, stop, stop. I don't know how to stop. Okay, there we go. That produces a huge amount of power. Station at risk of overheating. Oh, yeah, so now we need some power, our heat exchangers. But we also need this. Can we just build it there? And we need to find a place for this heat sink. Perhaps here. Okay, the heat is now dissipating through that. Still need... Oh, there we go. These are the rockets. It's not going to be a clean looking ship, I'm afraid. Any item can be used as fuel. Oh. So we need to feed them fuel as well. Okay, let's just put silica in for now. Oh. Okay, is that going to work? Can we enable transit? Okay. Ooh. Oh, we're not with it though. But that's cool. Okay, so we can... Wait. Click to land the station. Unfortunately, I haven't worked out how to fly with it. But it's fine, we'll just send it to the planet first and that can be our base of operations. Oh, it's so much faster than me. I can't keep up. Well, now that we've managed to automate our space station somehow, we will start to work on the abducting. I love how we've got our drones on the ship. We could create like a carrier, but we do have more important things to attend to. So let's build that planetary research station. I presume it works the same as the asteroid station. Oh, we have to have it slightly further out. Okay, we'll add some power. At risk of overheating. So this also needs cooling. So perhaps we can stick this actually on our ship, seeing as that has the cooling, and it will work as our temporary base of operations. Now all I need is some resources so that we can get these miners on the go. And there we are! We are now abducting people by the looks of it. Oh, that's so funny. Well, you've seen the start of this great robotic empire, but I think we're going to leave it there for this one. Again, do check out the game and get it whilst it's on sale. With it being in early access, it's only going to get better.
Its boundless energy must be harvested.
Wait, we can build a Dyson sphere? Now, thanks does again go to Final Factory for sponsoring this video, but also to all of our amazing supporters on Patreon, most notably our Solarclipse patron Firefless, as well as our Lunas, the Calamity, Ben and Star, and our Blood Moon of the day, which today is Jenny. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.